So I brought the Viltrox 25mm f1.7 lens with the Nikon Z50 Mark II into downtown Crossville to do some testing with this combination. Now I've got my camera set up to do black and white JPEGs with RAW files, okay, both of them. And let me see what the white balance is set for. I got the white balance set for cloudy. I think I'm going to change that white balance. It's kind of like, well, it's not really cloudy out, but let's change that to auto A1. Let's do that. Okay, let's save that setting. So if I turn the camera off and on, it'll be there. I'm on user number 2. We'll save that. And the first image I'm going to take is right across the street over here of this building. It's called the Cumberland Archives. I'm at 1/500th of a second f8 at ISO 800. And we're going to show that photograph in the video right now. So throughout this video, I'm going to show both versions. The raw edited version will be first, and then the black and white version straight out of the camera will be second. Now I chose to come down this evening. Today is a cold January day. Well, it's not really that cold, but it's going to get cold. But I do this photo walk down here in Crossville several times a year, and I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to test this lens out. And let's go right across the street here to the public library, which looks very interesting standing from here. Looks pretty cool in the video. I love how the sunlight is just playing with the crab orchard stone that's here. And let's see if we can find some compositions to do right here. Now, mainly hand holding everything tonight. I did bring my little travel tripod with me. Okay. Very interested in doing more black and white type photography. Now, not having a zoom and being at 25mm. Did I say 27 a while ago or 25? I meant to say 25 if I did. 25, Viltrox 25 f1.7. My field of view is really limited down through here. I want to go over there to this side of the building. So I'm going to go right here on this side of the building and try to get me a leading line down through here. Some lady just stopped over there and looked at me. I'm going to focus, I'm focusing right in the center of the frame, which is on that second pillar in. And let's take a look at that photograph, see what it looks like. Now in this photograph, I was focused on the second column from the right-hand side. And I want to make note that I have not done any edits to these JPEG files. So this one here is raw out of the camera. And as you can see, the highlights are significantly blurred out. Now this is pretty cool right down through here. Looking down through here with the sunlight coming in from the side and the shadows. I'm going to have to work kind of fast down through here because I see clouds moving in and they may obscure that sun in just a little bit. I'm going to do a handheld shot. I'm going to get down really low. Okay, I'm going to use the flip out screen on the Z50 so I can see what I'm doing. That's what's nice about working with this flip out screen. So I'm already starting to lose sunlight. Anyway, see how I flipped that screen out? Maybe I'll take that shot. We better keep on walking. We're losing sunlight. One of the settings I did not have right in the camera was the ISO setting. I was shooting these photographs at ISO 800, a fixed ISO, instead of auto ISO. That's probably why some of the JPEG images were blurred out. See over there how the clouds are moving in on me? Pretty cool shot right there. There's a courthouse right there. I've been working on that thing for a couple years. It's been there a long time. They've had some roof problems they've been dealing with. I'm gonna walk up that way and see if we could find any photographs. Like I said, I'm losing my sunlight. Now, this Viltrox 25mm f1.7 lens is really a compact rig on this Z50 Mark II. This is really small, okay, lightweight, so I'm interested to see for this. Hey, let's get a picture. There's some buildings right here. See these two old buildings? Let's see if we can get some photographs of those. Now at this point I corrected my ISO mistake and put the camera on auto ISO. So these shots here were taken at 1800 ISO, and there you can see they're a little more properly exposed, especially the JPEG image which was not edited at all. So the owner of that flower shop right back there, I think her name must be Lee, she stopped and asked me if she could help me. I met her husband last year. He seen me taking pictures over here and we talked for a few minutes. So yeah, whenever you're walking around small town like this, you always get people interested in what you're doing. Anyways, we're making our way over here to the courthouse. Look here, the sun is trying to come back out, which is way cool. Okay, so let's go over here and take a look at the courthouse. And I think what I'm gonna try to do is get across the street over there and get a shot of the front of it using this Viltrox 25mm f1.7 lens. Yeah, well, it's cold out here. Now last time I was here, they had a bunch of barricades and fence and all that kind of crap here. Looks like they've gotten rid of it. There's something neat right there, little mailbox. Maybe we should get a picture of that. Let's find out. Now I'm trying to get a close-up of this mailbox right here, just for a trial thing. Now I'm very impressed with the sharpness of this lens at f8. It's really doing a really fine job. I focused right in the middle of the mailbox corner there, so you can see it's pretty sharp. Okay, I'm gonna try to cross the street without getting hit. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that right now. Just have to wait for an opportune time so I can get a picture of the front of this courthouse with the sunlight bathing it. So I might be able to do this right here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna try this again. So I'm gonna get right here in the center, squared up on the building, and let's see if I can get the whole structure in. No, I'm not wide enough to get the whole structure in, but I'm gonna do the best I can and take a photograph. Yeah, I can't get the whole structure in, and there's cars going up and down the road, so I kind of got to plan my shot for when there's not a car in there like that. I was not able to back up any further to get this shot with this 25mm lens. So I definitely needed a few more less mm's to get the whole picture horizontally in here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a vertical shot here just to the front. I think I can probably get that. Well, it's nothing stellar, but we'll see what it looks like. I'm just trying this lens out on a variety of subject matter, and this is this 25mm is not wide enough to get this whole building in. I probably need like about a 20mm. Now, I did bring the 16-50 with me, kit lens, but I don't want to use that tonight. I just want to use what I got. So I'm going to go over here and get a corner shot of this building. Let's go over here and have a look. And we'll walk over here and get a different angle. Now, I've done a lot of work down in downtown Crossville down here, so yeah, if I go right over here, I might be able to get a corner shot of this building right here. So I'm gonna try it again right here. This was my favorite image of the day. After moving over to the right hand side, I was able to capture the entire building into the frame. Alright, got quite a few shots down here. Traffic is something else in. Just talking to the guy that runs this museum right here. He was talking about how bad traffic was. Anyway, there's a couple more structures I want to get photographs of. And there's one right across the street here. Now I know this one here, I may be able to get a shot of it. Let's see. Let me find some place to put my camera. I think I can do it right here on this sign. That's pretty wide. I got this magic arm with a clamp on it, so I didn't bring anything to put the Pocket 3 down on. But right across the street here, this old, I think it's Tennessee Highway Patrol building. Hasn't been used in quite a while. I think I can get a photograph. Excuse me. I think I can get a photograph of it right here. So let me put the camera down somewhere. I'll get lined up here. Try to get a shot. Yeah, I think I can do a vertical right here. Okay. I'm going to drop the shutter speed down because we're about 4,000 ISO. What I'm really doing is trying this out to see how sharp it is. Okay. Now I can do this at 1.7 aperture. A little dark in there, ain't I? You gotta see how this magic arm set down. Let me show you right here. There's a trick right here that you probably didn't know that you could do with this magic arm. I'm gonna take a photograph of this, what I did right here, so you can see. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, see the photograph in the video right now. I tried to clamp it onto one of those letters right there, but it would not work. And then I realized that I could just make a little seat out of it and set it down. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way back to the truck, okay, and drive over to my next location, which is the fire department. That's really what I like to go next. So get up here in the crosswalk so we don't get run over. Yeah, so like I said in the beginning of the video, I have this set up for shooting JPEG, black and white, and RAW files. Let's go back to the truck. I mean, any small town, you know, you could probably get some good photographs in. I really like coming to my small town, Crossville, Tennessee, and just walking around. Okay, this is a place I like to come over to and do some shots. This is pretty cool with them clouds, man. I need to put this camera down. Okay, let me put my Pocket 3 down and see if I can get some photographs with that sun, that sky. Okay, let me find a place to put this. I think I put it right here. Yeah, look at that sky, boy. Is it beautiful or what? Okay, let me, let's see what my settings are on this camera. I'm going to drop the shutter speed down to about 1/250th, and I'm going to go down to f2.8 and try to get a photograph of this monument with the sky in the background. Okay, and I'm going to get a little bit closer. Well, it's this really cool sky. I don't know if I could do it any justice or not. I'm going to focus on that helmet. You can kind of see the bokeh behind it. Pretty good. Let's get down to the smallest aperture I can get to, which would be 1.7. Let's do 1.7. Check it out. These photographs at f1.7 are definitely blurry in the background, but I would have thought I would have seen a little bit more bokeh in the photograph than what I'm seeing from this. Yeah, it's really out of focus there. Let me see how close I can get to it and focus. I mean, I'm filling the frame with this helmet. I'm gonna go back up to f8, okay, which is gonna raise my ISO up, but let's see what that looks like. It's pretty sharp, okay. So I did a shot at f8. So here's the final image from the fire station. 1/250th of a second at f8 ISO 2000. And like I said earlier in the video, the raw files were definitely edited and sharpening applied, but the JPEGs were not. Pretty cool. Okay. Anyways, I think that's about all the testing I want to do tonight. Let me get a picture of this sign right here. Well, that's about all the pictures I'm going to take in downtown Crossville with the Viltrox 25mm 1.7. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of what this lens can do, how sharp it is. So far, I like it. Like I said before, it's really compact and small on this camera body. I mean, it's only like that much, you can see. All right, so hope you enjoyed that. And I'm going to give you my full breakdown in the video about this setup when I get home. So let's go home and see what we got. So let me give you my final thoughts on the Viltrox 25mm f1.7 lens. First off, it's a very compact lens, being an APS-C lens. It fits very well nicely on the Z50 Mark II, and I really like the handhold ability of it and all that good stuff. One of the, and it's sharp, it seems to be sharp. I did notice in a couple of the frames in the corners, it seemed to be a little soft, or maybe a lot soft, and I wasn't too sure. I'm going to have to do some more testing with this lens to really be sure about all that. And to be fair, I probably need to mount it to a tripod and try it on a tripod. But one of the things that, that probably is not going to be very good for me is the 25mm focal length, which gives you a field of view of a 37.5 full frame. That's not what I had in mind. I was really wanting to get closer to 28mm, so this would be more of a street type rig. I think 28mm full frame equivalent or field of view is the sweet spot for street photography. Now I might be wrong about that, okay? This is a very good lens, and I'm going to continue to test it a little bit more. I want to thank Phil Thatch from Phil Thatch Photography for lending me this lens to test out and to see if I would like to have one like this. Anyways, I'm going to do some more testing. There'll probably be another video about this later on, but this is my preliminary video of the Viltrox AF 25mm f1.7 on the Nikon Z50 Mark II. My name is Ron Durant. I am a photographer from East Tennessee, and we'll talk to y'all later. See ya. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, if you got any comments to make about this or questions, leave them in the video comments for me, and I'll answer you and do the best I can. One of the things I need to note is the lens cap. The filter threads on this is 52mm. It does not have VR. Okay, it does not have VR. See you later. Bye.